guys! For today's video, I will be going to recite the poem entitled The Promise by Jane Hirshfield. By the way, my name is Nota Salas, a third-year BS of English student at Nota State College. So, let's begin. The Promise by Jane Hirshfield. Stay, I said to the cat flowers. They bowed their heads lower. Stay, I said to the spider, who fled. Stay, leaf. It reddened, embarrassed for me and itself. Stay, I said to my body. It sat as a dog does, obedient for a moment, soon starting to tremble. Stay, to the earth of river and valley meadows, of fossil escarpments, of limestone and sandstone. It looked back with a changing expression in silence. Stay, I said to my loves. Each answered, always. So, let's go to the poem analysis. The Promise by Jane Hirshfield is a reflection on how things in the poet's life seem to drift away from her, leaving her behind. She asks objects such as flowers, spiders, and even her own body to stay. But in the end, they always leave or change. The Promise is split into 6 stanzas of unequal length lines, with stanzas ranging from between 2 to 6 lines. So lines are typically finished by an end stop with only 3 lines in the entire poem using an enjambment. So throughout the lines, there is a frequent use of caesura, in which it can be understood as a presentation of the separation the poet finds between herself and other people or objects in the poem. The poem uses an anaphora. So when we say anaphora, it is a technique used by the author where a word or phrase is repeated to begin each stanza. So as what we have observed in the poem The Promise, it always starts with the word stay. So the anaphora there is the word stay. It repeated throughout the 6 stanzas in the first line. Each stanza utilizes the anaphora, which is stay. And the imagery that we can find in the poem, flower, the spider, and the leaf, which depicts the nature. So, what is the characteristics of the poem, The Promise? So what we have observed in the poem, it is a free verse poem in which it has no rules to follow like meter, rhyme scheme, and the like. To write it, it's just that you have to express yourself. You have the freedom to choose what you wanted to write without having strictly following the rules in writing a poem, just like how the traditional poem does. How is it different to traditional poems? So what I have said earlier, this poem by Jane Hirshfield, The Promise, is a free verse. So it doesn't follow a certain rules or patterns. It's just that you have to write it. Unlike the traditional poetry, it has this meter, it has the rhyme schemes, because traditional poetry follows a specific structure and other elements of poetry.
These are the 5 contemporary poets that I can suggest for you to read their works. First, Ocean Vuong, Ada Layman, Warsan Shire, Richard Sykin, and Maggie Nelson.
So, that would be all. I hope that you learned something from me, and thanks for watching.